Well, you know, this is a lady. We've all made rules, haven't we, that we think we're not going to do this or that. And oh my, we can change quite easily. Anyway, this is about a lady with a cat. Anyway, she said she didn't like cats, didn't want anything to do with cats. And so one day her friend Marcia called and asked if she would take a stray cat. He's cold and scared and he's living in my neighbor's garage, she said. Well, I thought cats are sensible animals. I'd always admired how they were so independent. Besides, Charles Dickens and some famous people, Mark Twain, they all owned cats. Well, I imagined a cat curled at my feet as I typed, maybe even inspiring creativity in me. As Marcia approached my apartment, I heard rather than saw that cat. He protested loudly until she set that cat in his carrier on the floor. The moment my friend opened the door, that skinny, black, ugly cat streaked out, raced into the bedroom, jumped into the bathroom, jumped into the bathtub, leapt out, charged all around the living room, and finally onto my lap. Oh, Marcia said, I've got to run. Call me if you have trouble with the cat. Well, by this time, the cat was kneading his paws on my stomach in frantic rhythm, much like a boxer. And I said, well, you're not a shy cat, are you? He was bony. His coat shone blue-black in the lamplight. He had mustard yellow eyes that blinked. Well, I choked. If I'm going to keep you, I guess I have to give you a name. Now listen to me. I'm talking to this animal as if he understood. So I said, I think Ralph. I think I like the name Ralph. It's no nonsense. I wasn't going to start talking baby talk to that dog and give him a Fluffy or a name like that. So that night I laid down rules. What that cat was not going to do. Ralph was not going to be allowed in my bed. He was going to sleep on the rug in the living room. He was going to respond completely to one-word commands. And for my part, I was going to speak to him like he's an intelligent animal. Well, after a 2-night cycle of putting Ralph on the floor and awakening him to find him in my bed, I gave in to that rule, and he always slept in my bed after that. I told myself that this was for my good rather than his, because his purring did relax me, and his body was warm. Well, Ralph seemed to understand perfectly, and I made sure not to speak to Ralph other than like being his master to an animal. And one day, I accidentally stepped on Ralph's tail, and I found myself saying, "Oh, Ralph, excuse me." And I had said I was never going to do that. I looked around, and I thought, oh no, it's happened. I'm talking to him like he's a person. Well, over the next few days, I tried not to do that. I decided to squelch this mommy business, but nothing else seemed appropriate. Master Ralph was a bit much. Katie was too familiar. I'd lose my authority. So I found myself saying, Mommy, Mommy would like you to do this or that, Ralph. In fact, I was doing what I said I would never, never do.
There.
And one night Ralph was sick on the carpet, and I said, oh, poor baby, he's sick. Him is sick. Well, the next few weeks I resolved to control every word that came from my lips. And I found myself more and more talking to Ralph like he was my baby. And one night I decided to go cold turkey. I was going to talk sensibly to that cat. Well, Ralph's eyes never moved. And I went on saying, henceforth, I'm going to treat you with dignity like a noble cat, but I'm not going to talk baby talk. Well, Ralph's mouth was open. He stared at me so intently that I even thought he was going to speak back to me. And you know what he did? He only yawned in my face. And I finally had to laugh, and I said, "Oh, you silly poisonous baby." And that's the end of all those mighty rules and regulations.
You got 4 cats.
I remembered that, Wes, that you had. Now, Wes, did you ever baby talk to your cats?
Possibly. No.
I bet a little bit.
Don't you still
I
have
call my wife Ma to them cats.
Uh-huh. Well, that's what this
She's
thing-
Ma to the cat.
Because she said she wasn't going to do that, but she found herself calling herself Mommy. Cats.
You hate cats, you know, you like dogs.
You got a new little
You guys
cat.
had 14.
I remember. You got a new little kitten, didn't you?
That little devil tackled all 3 of the other ones.
I bet they
going.
love it though, don't they? Huh?
They scramble around the house,
I
and
bet
then all of a sudden they scramble with another one, and all of a sudden scramble with the other one. He don't discriminate. He just gets going with every one of them.
Oh, I bet those big old cats like that though.
Oh, they
That
like
just
it.
kind of wakes them up, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that made a new life for them.
Yeah. Do we have everybody awake, huh?
Yeah, we do it today.
I think we do.
He's like, okay.
Nathan, we gotta wake up Nathan down there, huh?
You guys are-
Yeah, Nathan, you're a good listener. Okay, but this is about a dog. Some of the most poignant moments that I spent, and this was written by a veterinarian, some of the most poignant moments that I spent are those spent with my clients assisting the transition of my animal patients from this world to the next. When living becomes a burden, whether from pain or loss of normal functions, I can help a family by ensuring that their beloved pet has an easy passing. Making this final decision is often painful, and I've often felt powerless to comfort the grieving owners. But that was before I met Shane. I had been called to examine a 10-year-old blue heeler dog named Belker. He'd developed a serious health problem, and the dog's owners, Ron, his wife Lisa, and their little boy Shane, they were all so attached to this dog, Belker. They were hoping for a miracle. I examined Belker and found he was dying of cancer. I told the family there really weren't any miracles left for Belker and offered to perform a euthanasia procedure for the old dog in their home. As we made the arrangements, Ron and Lisa told me they thought it would be good for their 4-year-old son, Shane, to observe the procedure. They felt Shane could learn something from the experience. The next day, I felt the familiar catch in my throat as Belker's family surrounded the dog. But Shane, the 4-year-old, seemed so calm. He petted the old dog for the last time, and I wondered if Shane really understood what was going on. Within a few minutes, Belker slipped peacefully away. The little boy seemed to accept the dog's transition without any difficulty. We sat together for a while after the dog's death, wondering aloud about the sad fact that animals' lives are really shorter than human lives. But Shane, the 4-year-old who had been listening so intently, said, "I know why." Startled, we all turned to him. What came out of the boy's mouth stunned me even more. I'd never heard a more comforting explanation. And Shane said, "Well, everybody's born to live so they can learn how to live a good life, like loving everybody and being nice." And then the 4-year-old continued and said, "Well, you know, animals already seem to know that. That's why they don't have to stay down here as long." Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful, because they have this inborn sense, maybe more than we do, and that little 4-year-old felt it. Yep.
The little kitten just messes with him, don't he? Wes,
Huh?
little kitten just messes with him, don't he?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Gets him going.
Oh,
they
are so playful.
They go flying around the furniture, round and around the bedroom, back and up in the kitchen and back in the dining room, all over the place.
Cool.
Now, Wes, do they get on the beds too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd have kids.
Two of them.
Have you ever had a cat?
No,
Haven't you? Have you
No.
ever had a dog?
nope.
Huh? Okay. But
Really?
you can
No.
appreciate it. I
Ain't me no dog, no way.
bet
Ain't
you
me no
can
dog.
talk to the dog.
Ain't me no dog.
Did you have a big, did you have one? Big, oh. But the big ones, they don't always get on the beds then, do they? The big ones. Was yours in the house? Was it? In the house? Not in the house. Because you know, our dogs were always in the house, but they were kind of in the kitchen or family room. I didn't really like them all over. But cats are kind of different. You can't confine cats like you can a big dog.
They got minds of their own.
Did you have cats?
Dogs got minds of their own.
Oh, I know.
They mind better.
Lived on the farm.
Oh, then you know what that
Daughter has
is,
cats.
don't you?
in her
Were they
apartment.
outside dogs?
She's Oh, little. yeah. She's got cats every time she
They
comes
have to watch
to
that.
their house.
But,
She
oh,
brings
now,
them along.
did you have, wow. Dino had 14 cats. Now,
Wow.
I think that's kind of, you had horses, didn't you?
Boy.
18 horses?
Oh, man.
Then you can appreciate all those stories, can't you?
Miss Dora, she's tired out.
We won't make her. She woke up. We won't.
Yeah, she woke.
Huh?
She woke.
Did you have any cats or dogs? Did you have any cats or dogs?
No.
A dog, you have one now?
Yeah.
Do you? Good.
A collie.
He's out, those are, does he shed them?
Yeah, guess so.
Yeah, he's got
Shoot, he's getting ready to.
My brother
put
Jim's
fur
got
on him.
2 of them.
Oh, but, oh,
What?
they're pretty.
Yeah?
No,
Dogs?
she's got, yeah, they got
No, she's
cats
kind
and
of a
dogs.
watchdog.
I can't.
Kind of a watchdog.
Yeah.
2 or 3
Yeah,
or
because I
4.
think of them as being pretty.
Where they live, they bring them along, and every time I'm around, they put them in the basement.
I don't know, I give them to my boy.
Oh, okay.
You don't get to play with
Said
them?
he's got it.
No, I don't.
Jumps
Oh.
on top of
They
the
got sharp claws.
doghouse.
Oh.
The dog jumps on top
And every
of
time
the-
they-
to the doghouse.
Try to get on the furniture.
It's a big
They
watchdog.
just flip 'em.
Watchdog then, because he surveys the whole territory, doesn't he?
I got this, you already
I
got a
think-
copy of that.
I've got that.
Okay, that was what I was talking.
Okay, but I bet they will do another one. I hope so, because I thought that was so neat when they did all these interviews. Shirley, have you ever had a cat or dog? Huh? I know what you got, kind of warm hens. See, my hens are always kind of cold. And I like, oh, Jill has warm hens. Uh-huh. Jill, did you have a cat or dog?
No. Yeah, we did too. We had a.
Did you?
Mhm.
Okay. Did you like, was it your pet or was it just what, the whole family?
The whole families.
The whole families. Because Wes, I know you had your kitties, but did you ever have a dog too?
Oh, yeah, we've had 2 or
You've
3
had-
different dogs in the year.
Okay.
We've had
So you-
gerbils
Oh, you've had the whole works.
Birds.
Gerbils.
Pet's name
and
is.
we got Casey, Fuzzy,
Hmm.
Mr. B, and Rusty.
Okay.
Rusty's a little cat.
Rusty's the little one, the
Yeah,
fun
cute,
one,
yeah.
the fun one. Did you ever have a cat or a dog?
Yeah, I got both of
Do
them.
you have both?
He's the whole.
Okay, do you
Two
have?
dog and cat.
Okay, are your dogs big, little?
German Shepherd.
Oh, see, those are my favorite. That's the dog I like, is a German Shepherd. Well, I
Yeah.
think all of them you like, but I don't know, there's something about a German Shepherd that, they look smart.
They is smart.
Yeah, they are. Okay. Do you still have your dogs?
No,
No. But
they
you have-
can't have none
Okay.
where I live at now.
Okay. Oh, and that's when you have to part with them, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not easy. Well, you're just so dear to see you. Now, see you next week.
Okay, Miss Maxine, thank you.
Uh-huh.